The school-to-prison pipeline operates directly and indirectly. Schools directly send students into the pipeline through zero-tolerance policies that involve the police in minor incidents and often lead to arrest, juvenile detention referrals, and even criminal charges and incarceration.
I ain't never had to talk to the school safety officers. I used to run from them or they slam me around and stuff like that or try to handcuff me.
The similarities of being in high school or any school and being in jail is that if you pick the wrong crowd, when you first get there, it makes everything harder, and you always have someone watching over you, so little to no freedom.
Maybe the last decade, this has been something that is regular for the students to see school safety officers. It's just as regular as just seeing the teachers or as seeing the principal. It's something that's become a norm for the students. So
I believe some of the punishments that happen in school caused like some of my situations. But do I think it's the reason why I went to jail? No.
The school-to-prison pipeline is almost directly related to the Columbine High School shootings that took place in the 1980s. By criminalizing routine disciplinary problems, school safety policies have damaged the lives of many children by making them more likely to drop out and entangling them, sometimes permanently, in the criminal justice system. The policies are also discriminatory. Black and Hispanic children are shipped off to court more frequently than white students who commit similar infractions.
Real discipline that they gave me was putting me out of school, taking my education away from me, and it affected me.
I've often seen students that I work with reacting negatively to student safety because I believe that schools, especially schools in low-income areas, have become more of a policed environment. So, for example, when students go into academic institutions, they're often scanned, they're often patted down, they're often, checked as if they're going into Rikers Island. I believe that this creates an environment in which students often react negatively to security guards because of the fact that security guards kind of create this atmosphere as if they're police officers and not security guards who are trying to protect the student, but security guards who are consistently monitoring every move of the student. So I believe that it creates a really weird environment for the students.
Well, actually, I do believe that the punishments I received in school affected my life because I don't feel the urge to want to do as I should because they were always putting me out. They never pushed me to be better.
There was a little similarities, like fighting-wise, but the fights in jail was too intense. Like people that got cut, stabbed up, feel me? Beat almost to death and stuff like that. Jaw break-ins and stuff. That ain't never happened in school, but it was like fight-wise, like we fought every day, and that's about it.
How do you feel about the disciplinary policies that some schools enforce? I feel it's a way of preparing students for the real world. Not that I necessarily agree with it, but there's a way to cater to real life situations through institutions like school and like educating students on consequences for actions that they may face is different than enforcing policies that put them in danger or make them feel like they're always in trouble.
In July 2016, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio announced plans to ban school suspension for students in kindergarten, first, and second grade. Instead of suspension, he pushed the idea of alternative behavioral redresses, such as counseling. However, it was later found out that even this plan had loopholes that did not end the school-to-prison pipeline.
Of course it isn't possible. You can't be in jail without getting into something. If people are in jail and they don't get into certain things, then I would say they have to be like seriously blessed. No funny stuff. Because no matter what, whether you don't get into nothing, then people are gonna bully you and stuff like that, or people are gonna hurt you and harass you. If you out there drilling people and stuff, then but you could just be a regular guy, everybody like you and everything, and the CEO still harass you, and like you can't be on Rikers Island without getting into it with somebody. You're gonna get into it with somebody, and not just one person. You get it in with a lot of people.